Yeah, just went home Mick here, Easter Sunday, doing a bit of fiddling around on my old car. Don't know how excited I'll get today, I don't know if I feel like it that much. We'll just wait and see. But what I'm doing here is I've swapped out the old Spec A shifter that I had on this short shaft top loader. Been on it for many years. It's an Australian made shifter, pretty basic sort of a shifter, but they're not heavily built like this factory shifter here. Now I've had this factory shifter for probably, I reckon, sitting in a box for 15 years. You know, it's just not an easy thing just to get excited about it. And so anyhow, when I thought to myself there a few months ago, bugger, I better get to it and do it, or I'll never get it done. So I was fiddling around over X amount of weeks. Finally got it in and finished. I've just got to do a little bit of oiling up in and around a few of the where it all mechanises and that. So you know, so it'll rubs a bit easier and that, but it's shifting nice. What can I say about it? So this is a factory automatic, this car. So this is a May 1976 Falcon. It was built, so they had single rail gearboxes in them if they were manuals by then. It was, I think 73 and 74 XBs might have had top loaders. Maybe it swapped them over in 74. So single rail, not a bad gearbox, internal shifter, smoother changing, not as rugged as a top loader obviously, but if you're not going to give it hell, it'd handle it pretty easily. And I'm pretty sure the V8 single rails were different to the 6-cylinder single rails. But so what we got here is I've just swapped this all over time. And Harry, stop it! And what I've done is I'm just fiddling around with it today. I don't know how excited I'm going to be. Got it out of storage and thought, bugger it, I better do a little bit. But it's Easter Sunday and I don't know if I feel like it, so I'm just going to fiddle around a bit more. Just cleaning up the, got to pull these carpets out, but I'm not going to do that today. Pull this all out, just clean up the floors because I want to put some deadening in here. Just make it a bit more acceptable to drive in summer, because it's like a sauna without all this here. The deadening, look, I might even put that deadening back in because it never ever, this car never gets wet. It doesn't even get washed anymore. I just wash it with Bowden's dry wash. And but anyhow, this is the old girl. The old floors are in pretty good nick. I've just wire wheeled that down. I'm going to repaint that, but just paint it to keep the once I have it down to bare metal and clean. But you can even see straight away it needs just there. It's got a bit of paint peeling, so you know you just got to do a bit more research on exactly what's the way to go with stopping anything from re-rusting once you clean it all up. Look, I'm going to leave it at that. There's not much else I can tell you about it. She's a pretty good old floor for a 40-odd-year-old car. It's had a few repairs. There's a repair there, typical where they used to rust out, even when they were 5 years old. I've had 3 XBs. Hang on, 1, 2, 3 XBs, and they're rust buckets. They are rust buckets. They're well before they spent a lot of time and perfected the anti-corrosion paints and whatever they use out of the factory. I reckon about 1988 was Ford XFs, XDs, XEs and XF Falcons. All Falcons are rust buckets up till the end of the XFs, and then they seem to get it sorted with the EA, which a lot of people hate. I don't mind the EAs and the EBs, EDs, EFs, EL Falcons. I think they're nice cars. But I'd happily have a EB Falcon Sprint. A lot more modern than these, a better car to drive by a country mile. But anyhow, look, I'm going to leave it at that. These are good old thing to fiddle around with from time to time. I wouldn't want to be driving it every day. I'd like to drive the engine every day, but not the car, that's for sure. They're just not that good. And people go on about old cars, they clearly don't drive them much. Look, I'm going to leave it at that. Sweno Mick, you all have a beautiful day. There's 5 minutes gone already, and I'll drive me BF Falcon Ute round. All have a lovely day. Swano Mick. Easter Sunday, Swano Mick out.